Hey guys, just want to do a quick little video for Cata Prepatch. This is going to be separate from actual Cata first season, so keep that in mind. I'll release something out later. So this is your talents. It's pretty straightforward. It's just maximum damage for battlegrounds. That's all you're going to be really doing. You got 2 floater points. I didn't go Dream State because I don't need it. So you innervate your healer and stuff. I think Moonglow is the best. You can't put it here because these are better. But yeah, this is full damage. Same thing with the Glyphs, just maximum damage. Obviously you could like potentially consider Thorns, but Monsoon with the talent for extra damage is just way too good, and just way too good. Those are your talents and your glyphs. The next thing I really want to talk about is stat priority. You're going to want to go haste. Well, no, first you want to hit gap, 4% hit gap. I'm at pretty close to it, 4.08. And then you're going to want to prioritize intellect, haste, crit, and then mastery for reforging in your gear in general. I don't know if resilience is fixed right now. It's a little buggy. I'm pretty low resil because of that from yesterday. And yeah, I'm just trying to have fun, just do big damage and whatnot. The next thing I want to talk about, or actually, before, switch back to talents real quick. This would be your 1v1 dueling talents. You need Furier for interrupts and stuff, so you would sacrifice a little bit of damage out of Heart of the Wild for Furier so you can interrupt stuff. That's it. I just wanted to show you guys that real fast. Next thing I really want to talk about, because I see a lot of druids not doing enough damage in battlegrounds and casting. You don't cast in Cata. You don't cast. You don't even cast Star Surge. It's not worth risking getting locked out. It's probably a damage loss. You just use your instinct Star Surges. You spam Moonfire. You spam Sunfire. You get your Eclipse bar going back and forth, back and forth. That's why you never go Because of your talent Lunar Shower, you never and you do big damage. It stacks up to 90%. Reduced mana, and then the direct damage of your Moonfire stacks up to I don't know exactly how much that would be, but you can read it for yourself. So it's pretty insane. Everything's instant. Typhoon, Starfall, Trance, your instant Star Surges, your Moonfire. You can swarm. I tested it. Some people say don't swarm ever, it's DPS loss, but I actually tested it, and with the 3 target dummies down here, I did 3 Moonfires and spam Moonfire. And then I did 3 Moonfires and kept Swarm up and then kept spamming Moonfire. No Star Surges for both those. And I actually did way more damage. I did about 2k more damage with keeping Swarm up. But that's considering the targets are never dying. In BGs, everything's dying instantly. So Swarm's really not worth it. Unless there's a bunch of healers in the back, you can Swarm them up. You're getting more procs too. That test didn't consider procs. I was getting way more Star Search procs, obviously. And yeah, the one thing I really want to stress here is I used to have my Wrath and my Starfire on 4 and 5. I have a Razor Naga, 12 buttons on the side. They're over here now in the corner. And they're keybind to S and Alt S, which is my back pedal. I got rid of back pedal for Cata. I still have it in Sod because it's kind of useful for like doing jumps and stuff. But yeah, it's a big change. I've changed a lot of keybinds, and you gotta, when you're doing your keybind changes and stuff and getting used to your new stuff, you gotta consider. I still have a couple things I gotta consider too, but Stampeding Roar for Bear and Cat, and Detonate Mushroom and Normal Mushroom. So I know where I'm gonna put my Detonate and my Normal on 5 and 6. I changed my Beam to 4. It used to be on 12, and I just never liked it. I changed my Fairy Fire from 1 to Shift 6 because you don't really press that much, so my Surge is here. And just a lot of big changes for me. I got a lot of practice to do, get them down. You want everything to be quick and snappy. Cata is like, well, that's just WoW 101, but I'm really trying to crack down on my keybinds and just the efficiency of them and the flow of them, if that makes sense. Like, if you ever hit a keybind and you're like, I don't really like the feel of that. Sometimes you just need to hit it more, but other times it's just not a good keybind for the button, you know? And I'm trying to just accept that and change my shit up. I guess I could show you guys some macros that I did real quick. So for all my feral abilities, I put Tiger's Fury in front of all of them, which is kind of a min-max. This is my Trent macro. It's at cursor, and it also has a pet attack in it, so you can control them. This is your Boomkin form macro, so you can power shift like this, so you can shift. Your Tiger's Fury in front of every feral ability. I make a macro for Starfall, anything in your talents, Starfall, Typhoon, Solar Beam. I make a macro for all those, and I put them on my bar, so if you ever do a talent reset, they're still there. It's pretty useful. Obviously, you got your 1, 2, 3 clones for Arena. I put Start Attack in my Moonfire and Insect Swarm. Could be useful. Also could break CC, so a little iffy there. Focus macros are pretty standard. This is a big macro for Bear Form, and this is a big macro for the Feral Kick, which is what you're going to be using a lot more. Bear Form is, you're not really going to use it that much, but it's possible. If you guys want these, just pause the video. If I got the time, I'll do something eventually here. What else we got here? Another important one is Dash. This is a good one. This is a good one too. Stealth Drink macro. Good for arenas if you ever get mana burn a bunch. More of a wrath thing though. Your stealth macro, really good. This is a good macro too. Puts arena 1, 2, 3 above everyone's head. And oh, this is an important one. Enrage and Frenzy. So you enrage and frenzy at the same time. What else? I think that's it. Obviously, if you have a on-use trinket, you would make a Starfall with the trinket. And oh, this one I just did. This is a Fairy Fire macro, so depending on your stance, it works in every form. Bear form, cat form, no form. This is a really good one too. And I recently just started getting rid of the words in all my macros. I think I've just been doing this. I used to like put dots in them and stuff because I didn't think you could do this, but it's been going like that. Makes it more clean. I think that's it. Yeah, just really look into your keybinds. Take this time now to practice. And I know moving your Wrath and your Starfire is going to be super fucking weird if you played in Wrath or if you played Boomkin in general. And it's really going to mess me up when I play SOD or if I ever play retail. Because I think I'm just going to keep it for PvE. I don't really want to have a different keybinds for PvE. I don't think that would be good for muscle memory. But yeah, and then if you guys are wondering about arenas, the way I do my friendly stuff, it's pretty AIDS. Like obviously for like Dispel, you would want to like have a specific name macro. But for threes, I have a specific name macro for every single button that I have. While everything, Life Bloom, Healing Touch, Thorns. And that's why my keybinds are so difficult, because I have a lot of keybinds. Thorns, Regrowth, Rejuve, Innervate. That's it though. Dispel. Every single person. And then for twos, I switch out all the DP. So DPS is one keybind. Healer is the other keybind all the time, right? For the modifier, the healer is shift and the DPS is alt. And then for twos, I switch the alt out for party one, so I don't have to type their name. So I quickly switch them out. It's a lot of work, but it's kind of how I program myself to play, and it helps me play more efficiently and things flow better. Most people, this is the worst way to do it. Clicks the frames. That's the worst way to play, but you can actually push rating still pretty good with like that. And then other people will just have a keybind to target one, like their party. I just can't do that. I'd rather keep my enemy target all the time. I feel like it flows better. So yeah, just wanted to talk about everything like that. All my thoughts on everything. Boomkin is insane right now. I think it'll be not as good the first phase because your stats will drop a lot, but then they'll get better the next phase, and then the last phase will be insane. Will be insane. Second phase, you get your legendary staff, and I don't know if you get any other pieces. Probably like 1 or 2 pieces maybe you could consider getting. And then the third phase, you drop your legendary staff for the dot dagger, and you get cunning, and that's just a trinket that shoots out a shadow bolt any yard range. If you have a dot on them, it explodes, does AoE damage, indirect damage. It's insane. So, and yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Go do some big damn. If you guys have some decent gear, you should be doubling, tripling, even quadrupling the person in second place on damage. Boomkin is really, really good in Prepatch. So I'll be making a guide for official kata. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys.